Welcome to Ask MBA. Now, guys, I know कि मुझे जाना था 11:30 live, but I thought let me go a bit early because I'm feeling damn sleepy. Maybe you'll watch this at 11:30 or whenever. This video is going to help you for the NMAT examination. So, welcome, guys, and I am going live now, and I'm going to talk about NMAT examination. And this live is going to help you tremendously if you are going to attempt NMAT examination. So let me share the screen and discuss each and every pointer with you. So let's get started. Without further ado, let's understand, guys, NMAT examination analysis, section analysis, tip to score good. Okay, simple सा फंडा. पहली चीज guys, you need to understand the number of questions are same. There are going to be 36 questions in verbal, 36 questions in quant, and 36 questions in logical reasoning. And in today's live, I'm going to talk about the weightage, the kind of questions you were asked, though you must be having an idea and you know what is the cutoff score. So we will be discussing each and everything in today's live. So pehli cheez guys, let's talk about verbal section analysis. Reading comprehension may around 3 passages were asked, right? And parajumbles were lengthy. Now guys, of course, out of 36 questions, three you got mixture of questions. So there were 3 passages. So that means 3 RC passages were there. They were easy. I'll not say they were difficult. At the max, they can be called, or they could be called a moderate one. Parajumble's problem was that they were too lengthy. The sentences were too long to read and understand. But there is a trick, guys. Whenever you have options in Parajumble, always find those two options which are very similar. Answer is more than 90% from those two very similar options because the examiner wants to confuse you. Examiner is going to give you an option that is very close to the answer so that you are stuck in those two options. So rather getting confused, you can use that trick and find the right one. So parajumbles were lengthy, but use this trick, trust me, you will be able to get it nicely done. Error spotting is basically finding the error, spot the error, fill in the blanks, vocabulary based question, analogy, similarity. Again, it was of similar kind of vocab based question. So if you ask me, it was 1/3 of reading comprehension questions, 1/3 of the question where like para jumble and other kind of questions, summary based critical reasoning, and error spotting and fill in the blanks questions were there. So more or less, verbal section was quite doable. ज्यादा से ज्यादा मॉडरेट लेवल का हम लोग कह सकते हैं. ऑफ कोर्स टाइमिंग हमको पता है कि हाउ मच टाइम इज देयर, 28 minutes, so do not waste your time in questions where you can easily get the questions done. Now let's talk about logical reasoning section. Now guys, लॉजिकल रीजनिंग सेक्शन में वर्बल रीजनिंग बहुत भर भर के आई है. स्टेटमेंट एंड असम्पशन, स्टेटमेंट एंड कंक्लूजन, कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन, these kind of questions. So guys, if verbal reasoning is something that you lack, okay, so I have made videos on verbal reasoning. You guys can simply type in ask MBA verbal reasoning, you'll be getting videos. And of course, you need to focus on these pointers. Why? Because logical reasoning section of NMAT this year is dominated by verbal reasoning. Input and output questions were also asked, but then guys, input and output के जो questions होते हैं ना, वो एक तरीके से trap होते हैं. You need to understand the pattern, and once you have understood, you also need to ask yourself this question: can you attempt input and output question in the less time possible? Why? Because you just got 40 minutes and got 36 questions, and each and every question carries equal weightage. So invest your time judiciously, invest your time smartly, that yes, I will be getting output from it. Puzzles hai, arrangements, Venn diagrams, these questions were there. But then guys, more or less are almost 50% of question paper is dominated by verbal reasoning. Chances hai aage bhi NMAT mein yahi hoga. So make sure that you go through these questions if you are targeting NMAT examination. Moving on to the quant section. Now guys, just like every time, quant section was quite challenging. Algebra, modern maths questions were in abundance. भर भर के modern maths में like permutation, combination, probability. तो उस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस काफी ज्यादा आए हुए हैं. एल्जेब्रा में भी काफी कुछ पूछा गया. एरिथमेटिक के क्वेश्चन भी हैं, बट देन दे वर मोस्टली कैलकुलेशन इंटेंसिव क्वेश्चन. बहुत ज्यादा कैलकुलेट करना पड़ रहा है. सो इफ arithmetic is your strength, great, but you need to calculate a lot. So try to brush up your algebraic skills, try to brush up permutation, combination, probability, log, those kind of questions, because you can answer these questions in short duration and they are asked in abundance. So this year in quant section, that is the funda. intensive calculation DI sets were given. So guys, do not invest a lot of time in DI sets. Why? Because you need to get 50% questions right. Guys, understand, to get the overall score of 230 plus 240 plus to be eligible for the great and NMIMS Juhu campus, Valley campus, or Navi Mumbai campus, or maybe you want to go to KJ Sumaya, or if NMAT is also accepted by GIM, Goa Institute of Management, you need to score more than 210, 220. So make sure that 18 questions out of 36 questions, 18 questions you are able to solve in, you know, the time. You got 52 minutes, so आपको बताया होगा you get 28 minutes for 36 questions of verbal. Though the number of questions are similar, but the time is not same. In verbal section, you get the least time. You get only 28 minutes for 38 questions, 36 questions, pardon, beg your pardon, 36 क्वेश्चन 28 मिनट्स मिलते हैं. फिर आपको DI के DI बोल रहा हूँ, कॉन्ट सेक्शन के लिए सबसे ज़्यादा मार्क्स टाइम मिलता है 52 मिनट्स फॉर 36 क्वेश्चंस, एंड लॉजिकल रीजनिंग के लिए यू गेट ओनली 40 मिनट्स. DLR मुंह से निकल जाता है बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स आई train for CAT examination. So make sure that you guys focus on getting questions right based on your strength and weakness. And time management is very important. People are losing marks in NMAT examination because they are unable to manage the time. They are stuck in a particular question where so much of calculation is there. Arithmetic पसंद है लेकिन बहुत ज़्यादा calculate करना पड़ रहा है. People are wasting their time in that, or maybe people are getting stuck in that. Even if you are getting it right, but you have invested a lot of time in it, there is no point because you need time for other questions as well. So be smart. Try to get 15 to 18 questions right out of 36. कुछ तुक्के से भी right हो जाते हैं because negative marking है नहीं, of course we know that. And try to make sure that you cross the overall score of 230 plus. ठीक है? Moving on, guys, now this is important. This I really want to emphasize upon. Of course, quantitative skills, and this is there. 4 parajumbles in the examinations were asked. 3 RC questions were asked. Couple of questions on logical Venn diagram. More weightage to critical reasoning question. DI was very calculation intensive, and quantitative skill was difficult. So, एक छोटा सा analysis. Of course, it's a post which we have made for Instagram. Now, guys, we are launching CAT and NMAT batch of 2026. It's a new batch launch, and the best part is you guys get both offline and online. That means if you want offline, so you will be getting offline, but in the same fees, you can also attend online lectures. We do provide online sessions regularly to all the enrolled students so that your study, your prep should not get stopped, whether you prefer offline or online, or maybe you cannot travel, you prefer online, whatever it is. You maybe you're working, whatnot. So make sure that you get in touch with us. CAT and MAT batches are going on, and I hope this live is going to help you to score good in upcoming and MAT examination. चीजें सिंपल रखो गाइस. वही क्वेश्चन पे टाइम इन्वेस्ट करो जो आपको जमता है, जो आपको होगा. डू नॉट keep on investing your time in a particular kind of question based on hopes, right? That's it. Keep things simple. I hope this small, I won't say, or maybe whatever. I hope, let me stop the share. So I hope this is going to help you for the examination. Make sure that you share, like, subscribe to Ask MBA, and yeah, CD Baat no Vakwas. Just like always, we'll be giving you the real analysis content. That's it. No bakchudi. Thank you and stay blessed.